Good morning. It is day 3 of my pre-holiday keto 30-day weight loss challenge. I woke up this morning with a screaming headache and a very dry mouth. I know I'm not dehydrated because I've been getting in 100 ounces of water the last 2 days. And so I think I have a little bit of some keto flu symptoms happening. And just as my body is fully detoxing from the carbs and kind of resetting where it needs to be and where it should have been this whole time. Trying to hold off taking any type of headache medicine. I know, ibuprofen is my headache medicine of choice, and it's a great anti-inflammatory, but if you take too much of it, then it can, cause other issues. So I'm going to try to get through. I'm going to finish up this first thing of water this morning and get some coffee. And then if I still have a headache at that point, then I'm going to cave and I'll take some medicine for it. But before we get on to the coffee, I do need to take my morning readings. And great news, I lost 0.8 pounds from yesterday. So I think yesterday I was 156.4. This morning I was 155.6, I believe. I'll have it. I'll post it up here, this scale reading, or somewhere in here. I'll post the scale reading. So yay, down 0.8 so far for the week. I didn't lose anything the first day, but I have on the second day, so that's awesome. But let's go ahead and get, loading my launcher here. Let's get the glucose meter readings. Get my finger warmed up. Look at that, the glucose is at 79, y'all. I never see those numbers. That is amazing. All right, let's check those ketones. Look at that, 1.9. Oh my gosh. Let me cut away real quick. I've got to go check out this GKI score. It is, I'm not sure which side of the screen this is going to go on. 2.3. That is a high level, therapeutic level of ketosis. There better be some healing going on right now inside my body. I'm stoked. I am stoked about that. I couldn't be more pleased. So hopefully, I know sometimes there is healing that has to go on with your body before the weight starts coming off. Like your body really needs to take care of a few other things. So I don't know. I'm very excited. Like I said, I think I mentioned on yesterday's video, I do have a thyroid issue. So anything I can do to help my body work on healing itself is awesome. I have my iced coffee made up from yesterday. So this is going to be about 3 cups in here. And then I have to measure up my heavy cream, because if I don't, then I will way over pour. Like my pour is very heavy on the cream. So with 3 cups of coffee, I'm going to go for a full 1/4 cup of heavy cream. That will be my coffee for the day. Oops, measured out. Which will be just over 200 calories for the morning. And then I've been doing good holding off. Oops, there we go. I've done really well these last 2 days holding off until noon to eat lunch. And so I don't see any reason why that won't be the case today. That's good coffee. I much prefer cold coffee to hot coffee. So I keep it up. I made a batch yesterday and I had this awesome glass pitcher. Look at that. It is wonderful. I used to have a plastic pitcher, but I hate pouring hot stuff into plastic because, the plastic leaches bad things. And so I found this glass carafe on Amazon, and I love it. So anyway, so that's the morning. I'm going to get to work. Sleep last night. I slept really good last night. I was actually in bed by 9:30 and going to sleep by 10:30. So I got probably 8.5 hours of sleep last night. So I got really good sleep, but I woke up. I don't feel rested right now, but like I said, I think with the headache and the dry mouth, I think I just have some keto flu symptoms happening right now. So that should start improving within a few days, and all those symptoms should start going away. I don't expect to experience the symptoms for very long, just because my diet's, even though I've been eating too much, my diet has still been fairly clean. So I don't expect the withdrawal symptoms to be too bad. So anyway, so that's how it's going so far. If you're doing the challenge, let me know how your morning is going so far. Let me know how you're doing. Have you noticed have you had any weight loss yet? Have you had any keto flu symptoms, and how are you dealing with that? And then I will check back in at lunchtime. So it is 1:45, and I'm just now sitting down to eat lunch. I'm having some leftover of the chicken that I did and the Brussels, and I sprinkled an ounce of cheese on top to melt on top. One for flavor, but also to get my fat up to make sure that I stay fuller longer. I want to make sure I get those macros a little bit more, like I said, a little more nailed down compared to day one. I did really good on day two, so I want to kind of maintain that. And so that's for lunch. It's very, I don't know if you can hear the outdoor noise. It's very rainy outside right now. We got the windows open. I'm not sure. We got traffic, a road over there. I'm not sure if you can hear that traffic. So one thing I do, the reason I have a food scale and I'm measuring out the cheese. Let me show you the food scale. So it's just this little tiny one. I got it off of Amazon. It's like $10, $11, maybe $12. Super inexpensive. I love cheese. Like my entire life, I've always loved cheese. And I like to buy the block and shred it myself, but sometimes I get lazy and buy the pre-shredded. But I love it so much that I will greatly overeat this if I don't measure it out. And I even sometimes, like, I'll put it on food and then I'll just start munching on cheese straight out the bag. And of course, cheese is very high in fat, very high in calories. And so, I mean, I could easily eat, this is an 8-ounce bag and it's supposed to be, it's 8 servings. I mean, I personally could eat this whole bag in one sitting. And when I was a kid, I used to just like munch off a block of cheese, peeling off slices. So I had to really watch myself with the cheese. And so that's the reason I actually use a food scale to measure out 1 ounce so that I don't overeat it. Working out today, my son has youth groups. I don't think I'll make it to the gym today. So what I need to do is figure out something to do here at home. Especially since I did not work out yesterday, I have got to get in the habit of working out every day. The working out for me is not about weight loss. It is about overall health. It is about building strength and keeping my body working physically as it needs to for healthy bones and muscles. And of course, want to develop some guns. That's always exciting too. Get rid of the black bat wings and tone up the tummy and have some muscle definition in there. So there's that aesthetic look, but mostly it's for the healthy bones and healthy muscles. Especially as women get older, it's really, really important that we strength train. And in fact, I have an article on my website why strength training is really important for women specifically. So if I think about it, I will link that article in the description box below. So anyway, I'm going to go have my lunch right now, and I will check back in when it is time to test my ketones again and my glucose here in about 2 hours. So I have a bit of a workout dilemma. I need to work out every day, but like days like today are non-gym days for my son and my husband. And number one, I go into the gym under my husband's membership. At Planet Fitness, he has the Black membership, which means that I can always go as his guest. However, on days like today where they can't make it because my son has church tonight, that means I can't go to the gym. So my first dilemma is whether or not to just go ahead and spend the extra $10 a month to get my own membership. I mean, it's $10 a month. The only problem is I think there's like a $40 registration fee and it's a 1-year commitment, which still all said and done is like $160. And that compared to my health is really negligible. So I'm considering that so that way I can go work out when I want to work out. I don't do well having to wait on people or adhere my workout schedule to other people's schedule, which is sad and selfish, I guess, but I'm terrible about it. So what I'm going to do, I have these little 30-day challenges that I made for me and my husband a couple years ago. We first started doing keto, and the first time we gave up going to the gym actually, and it's just a 30-day butt challenge, and the other one is a 30-day arms and abs challenge. So, and they start out really simple, like day one, which will be today, starts out with just like 15 crunches, 10 oblique crunches, 6 push-ups, which I'll be doing knee push-ups, and 9 like tricep dips, which I'll just be using my Ottomans for that. And then the 30-day butt challenge has 15 squats, 5 bridges, and 10 lunges. So if you're doing this challenge with us, and if you're in the Facebook group, I have uploaded these printouts to the Facebook group in case you would like to use them as well. It's going to be a super quick workout, but at least it is something. And honestly, you do this every day for 30 days and it builds up. Like on day 30, there are 135 crunches and 70 oblique crunches, like so 70 on each side. There's 18 push-ups, which as a female is a lot, even on my knees. And then 18 tricep dips, and that will really start burning the tris. And like day 30 on the butt challenge is 90 squats, 60 bridges, and 70 lunges. So this all builds up very quickly, even though it seems to start out super easy. So anyway, I just want to let you know, I'm not making it to the gym today, but unlike yesterday, am I echoey in here? I feel like I'm echoey. But unlike yesterday, I'm not going to make excuses, and I'm going to make myself get something done. So here we go. Okay, it is, so I'm a lot out of breath. That shouldn't have put me out of breath as much as it did. But it is now 3 o'clock, so it's about 2.5 hours since I had lunch. So I'm going to go ahead and test my glucose and ketones for the afternoon. I wouldn't be, as low as everything was this morning, I wouldn't be surprised if they were higher than this morning, especially since I had Brussels for lunch, and those are a higher carb than, say, the broccoli I had yesterday. So we shall see. So we will get on to testing this and then also check out that GKI score. I'm finishing up my 3rd bottle of water right now. So I'm 3/4 of the way through my water. I've been doing very good about drinking at least 100 ounces, but usually I drink it almost too fast. So I end up having a little bit more at night than just 100 ounces, but I think that's okay. So, okay, on to the test. We are locked and loaded. Our glucose is at 106. It's actually a lot higher than I think it was like 79 or something this morning. It was in the 70s this morning. So 106 is quite a bit higher. I'm guessing that is probably the Brussels sprouts. All right, ketones are at 0.7. So let's put that into the calculator and see where it's at. Okay, so this puts me in the GKI score of 8.41. So just barely below that, is a very low state of ketosis, barely below that 9 score, which would mean anything over 9 is out of GKI ketosis. So it's kind of interesting, and I'll have to have something different than Brussels for lunch tomorrow, because I'm curious if just working out has affected it, which it can, because I do know working out can lower your blood ketones because you burn through them, but it was not exactly a rigorous workout. My pen. So I don't know that that was it, and I don't know that it's necessarily the Brussels or why it's so different from this morning, because I just had the coffee and the heavy cream and the chicken and the Brussels and some cheese. So I haven't had much. So the rest of the afternoon, I'm definitely going to go ahead and have a chocolate protein shake, and I may just make that a regular part of my late afternoons to tide me over to dinner. And for dinner, I haven't decided yet. I might do that beef and broccoli again. I do have to take my son to youth group tonight. And usually what I do, on youth group nights, I grab a Starbucks, and I've been really bad in getting dark chocolate covered almonds, which has a lot of carbs in it, and I shouldn't get that. So I'm not going to get that, and I'm not going to get Starbucks, but I am going to take my own coffee with me. Unsweetened, just coffee and creamer, because what I do while my son is at youth group is I sit in the car and I usually do a TikTok live with my audience over on TikTok because he's in there for like an hour and a half, but it's not really worth it for me to come all the way back home and then drive back when he's done. So I will have another coffee later today, and that will up my calories overall for the day and the fat, especially compared to yesterday. Ooh, I got pork chops too. Maybe I'll have a pork chop for dinner. I don't know. We'll see. It's up in the air. But either way, I will let you know what I'm having. I'm going to go make my protein shake now and then get some more work done before it's time to head to church. So dinner tonight, really boring. It's just going to be a pork chop. I am, especially since I am having coffee later tonight while my son is at church and I'm doing my TikTok live. By the way, if you don't already follow me on TikTok and you do enjoy TikTok, I have a link to my TikTok account in the description box below. But anyway, so I'm out of carbs for the day. So unfortunately, things like Brussels kind of up those carb counts very quickly, especially since I'm counting total carbs. We'll see how the first 2 weeks go. If I'm making really great progress after 2 weeks, or I'm like kind of ahead of the halfway point as far as my weight loss goals, then I may decide to relax my carb restrictions and focus on 20 net carbs instead of 20 total carbs. That will give me a little bit more leeway in the veggies area to be able to enjoy some veggies. I really do like eating them. But anyway, so that's it. That's it tonight. I may just pop on for just a quick segment and maybe to wrap up either a quick segment from the car with my coffee before I go live on TikTok. And I will try to do a quick just wrap up before I go to bed tonight. Okay, so I'm in my car. I'm going to be going live, doing my TikTok live here soon. Usually I do those on Wednesday nights. And I need to start doing YouTube lives, but I usually get more engagement. And I guess, I know with YouTube, I think I need to kind of announce it more ahead of time. With TikTok, so many people are just constantly on that platform, like they know when you go live. But anyway, so I've got in lieu of a Starbucks coffee, because I actually looked up the like the carb count for just like a Starbucks venti sugar-free vanilla latte, and because they use milk, it was a crap load of carbs. So okay, I'll just go with, and I know you can order like a breve at Starbucks, which is using half and half, but it's still half and half and not heavy cream, so there's still more carbs in it, even though there's less calories and fat. So because it's half cream, half milk, hence the name half and half. So for the duration of this challenge, at least for the first 2 weeks, while I'm really locking it down hard, I will be just making my own coffee to bring to the parking lot where I sit to do the TikTok lives. All right, so day 3 is a wrap. It was another very successful day. It is 8 o'clock now, and I think I'm good. I'm not hungry. I'll be going to bed here in an hour, so I think I'm actually good on any hunger pains. So we finished up the day with 1,434 calories. I'll make sure and put a chart up here. But with that, my fats took up 66%, my protein was 29%, and my carbs were at 5%. So right on the mark of 5% carbs, even though it was technically over my goal of 20 grams total carbs or less. I had 24 carbs today. But I think, obviously that is very, very ultra low carbs. Most people in the keto community count net carbs. It was really because I started doing total carbs after really studying under and reading everything that Craig and Maria Emmerich put out. I actually have my keto coach certification through their program. And they are very much on keto, not just for weight loss, but keto for overall health and long-term keto and all the health benefits. In fact, Maria's husband, Craig, he has Lyme's disease. And he found that a carnivore diet actually greatly reduced the symptoms of Lyme disease. Lyme disease is not curable, but the symptoms can be managed. And he does that with a carnivore diet, like nothing but animal. And they are very much proponents of counting total carbs. So that's kind of where I kind of sort of got on that. I go back and forth. I'm definitely not as strict keto as they are, and I'm just not there in my life. Here's one thing I tell everybody that's on keto, because, and I don't judge anybody for their methodology. Some people are dirty keto. Some people like to carb cycle. Different people do different things. And one thing I learned is you should test out different ways and figure out what's going to work best for your body. Like, if your only goal is weight loss, then doing dirty keto and having success with that might be fine for you. If you're looking for benefits beyond just weight loss, then you need a cleaner keto diet, because it's not just about the weight loss. It's also about ridding your body of toxins and oxalates and folates and all the all the different A's. I'm not even sure what all is out there. But if what you're expecting or what you want to get out of keto is going to kind of determine what type of keto diet you do. And I think everybody's on their own journey. Like how I did keto 2 years ago looks different than how I do it now. It's ever evolving. And our entire health food journey in my family, between me and my husband, we've been I have my story on the website, but we've been on a decade-long health journey, figuring out what works best for our family, and things that we ate 5 years ago that we considered healthy, we no longer consider healthy. So it really, truly is about starting where you're at and always be willing to tweak and adjust and go with what feels best for you and how you feel best. So that's my little soapbox on keto. I believe very much in everybody doing what works best for their body. I am not a keto Nazi, like keto's the only way. I know several people that have great success with the vegan diet. I know people that have great success with Mediterranean or paleo or just clean eating in general. So I just, I encourage everybody, my whole thing is, as long as you are looking to continually improve yourself, improve your health, improve your way of life, then wherever you're at on your journey is where you need to be, and that's okay. So anyway, so that's that's a whole lot of non-challenge wrap up there, just to say it's been a good day. I'm getting to bed on time tonight. Super excited about that, and I am looking forward to day 4 tomorrow. If you are doing this challenge with me, please let me know how it is going for you in the description box below. Ask me any questions, whether it's about the challenge or keto or just health in general. I will be happy. If I know the answer, I will give it. If I don't know the answer, I will try to find it. So that's all I have for you tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out, and you guys have a good night, and I will see you on the next video.